Alright, here's some Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2019 gameplay on the PlayStation 4. I'm playing 6v6 Team Deathmatch on the Scrapyard map. This footage is from a few days ago, but it feels like it's been like 2 weeks. So this gameplay is showing the new progression system, the new quote-unquote season 1 for Cold War that connects it with Modern Warfare and Warzone. So progression, like the unlocking of rewards, like blueprints, and I guess perks, kill streak rewards, and so on. They're connected across all three games, even if you can't necessarily use all rewards across 3 games. So I've got Speed Cola unlocked. I don't know what that is. I guess it's a perk in Cold War. Maybe it's a perk in Cold War Zombies. I don't know. So it would be available to me if I ever do decide to get Cold War, or maybe even it's in Warzone, who knows. Honestly, I don't care. I don't plan on playing those 2 other games anytime soon. Although for anybody who's interested in Cold War, the multiplayer mode is available for free for a limited time. I think free access started a few days ago, probably around the same time as the launch of Season 1 for Cold War, which is essentially a new season for Modern Warfare and Warzone as well. I think the free access ends sometime around Christmas Eve. If you're interested, just check the PlayStation Store or the equivalent for the Xbox platforms and PC as well, I assume. So
move over.
One minor change that you might have noticed already is that instead of the game displaying the label kills, it now displays elimination. And that's a label that's consistent with Cold War, although the scoreboard still shows kills as opposed to eliminations. There you go. Elimination assist. And there's another elimination.
1 second, baby.
So we're up by 8.
Niggas just can't.
And an opposing player kind of accuses me of camping. Okay, whatever. And I get sniped by someone who is more of a camper than me. And then I get killed by a player who, again, is more of a camper than me. At least in this particular instance. Again, I have no issue with people who camp. I camp. It is a viable strategy sometimes. Well, a lot of times actually. Holding or locking down a position for your team so they can move freely. Even if you can't control an area, at least you can contest it. Let the other team know that they can't just move freely through an area. You know? Mounting on a surface. Try to ambush your team, watch your team's rear or flank. I do that from time to time. I'm a team player. So I'm playing as Otter for this season. He's my operative choice for the Coalition side, and I'm going to play as Nikolai for the Allegiance side. Got 14 kills, or eliminations, as they're now called, even though the scoreboard still shows kills. I've got, 6 deaths. So besides switching operators, I usually switch out the weapons for my classes, for most of my classes. This class I'm using here is like one of the 2 constants. It's one of my 2 Metal Gear Solid classes. So I've got the MP5 SD. I've talked about it before, even though it's not as iconic as the FAMAS. The MP5 SD does appear in the Metal Gear Solid Integral version that is exclusive to Japan, although you could import it. It also appears in the PC version of Metal Gear Solid on the very easy mode. It comes with unlimited ammo. And I think you start off with a gun in that mode. Although it replaces the FAMAS. So I bring up Metal Gear Solid because recently, I guess, I don't know if it was official, but Oscar Isaac is either confirmed to be the lead or he's under serious consideration to be the lead in the movie, which apparently is going forward. And by the lead, I mean Solid Snake, my favorite video game character of all time. And presumably he would also play Liquid Snake. And I'm a fan of his work. I've honestly only ever seen Inside Llewyn Davis, and I think that movie really catapulted his career, because after appearing in that movie, he was cast in the most recent Star Wars trilogy, and he also played Apocalypse in an X-Men movie. I know before appearing in Inside Llewyn Davis, he was in Drive, although I haven't seen that movie, and he was also in Ex Machina, and I haven't seen that movie either. And I think he was in another movie that was set in like the 70s, and I didn't see that movie either. But I really like Inside Llewyn Davis. It's one of my favorite movies. I think it just kind of shows this struggle of an artist. And you could argue that his misfortunes are self-inflicted, but the soundtrack is cool, even though I'm not into folk music. And yeah, it's kind of depressing, but that's the nature of the game. And of course, the Metal Gear Solid games are partly inspired by the James Bond movies, and there's a new James Bond game coming out, 007 Project, by the same developers as the Hitman games. That's interesting. And I get the final kill. My team came back. We were down like 68, 74, I think. 70, 74.
I got killed too, last kill.
Opposing player who's on the receiving end of my missile, he's in relative good spirits despite being the final kill. I finished 19 kills or eliminations and 12 deaths.